The year is 2045. Earth is a wasteland. Gone are the lush forests, replaced by decaying concrete jungles. The air is thick with the stench of rot and decay. The once vibrant planet is now ruled by creatures of nightmares, the Werpanot. These weren't your typical zombies. Werpanot were once human, warped into monstrous parodies of aquatic predators. Jagged teeth filled their gaping maws. Their eyes glowed with a sinister, predatory hunger. They craved flesh, driven by an insatiable need to consume and spread their curse. Cities lie in ruins, ravaged by the relentless Werpanot horde. Once bustling metropolises are now silent tombs, haunted by the echoes of screams. Survivors cling to life in scattered, hidden enclaves, their hope dwindling with each passing day. The Werpanot were relentless, their hunger insatiable. The earth itself seemed to groan under the weight of the infestation. Once pristine rivers and lakes ran thick with blood and slime. The very air hummed with a malevolent energy, a testament to the unnatural plague gripping the planet. The horrors were not confined to Earth. Space, once a symbol of hope and exploration, had become a new frontier for terror. The International Space Station, once a beacon of human achievement, now orbited the Earth as a desolate, blood-stained wreck. The Werpanot, their hunger undying even in the vacuum of space, had overrun the station in a gruesome spectacle transmitted live to a horrified world. And if the Werpanot weren't enough, a new threat emerged from the cosmic abyss, Shokoy. This malevolent entity, an aquatic overlord from a distant star system, sensed the weakness of Earth. It watched, waited and plotted, its cold reptilian eyes fixed on the dying planet. The moon, once a symbol of humanity's reach for the stars, became a staging ground for Shokoy's minions. Ghastly tales filtered back to Earth. Tales of lunar colonies overrun, their inhabitants ripped apart by razor-sharp claws and slavering maws. The moon, once a beacon of hope, now reflected the terror consuming the Earth. The Shokoy were coming, their arrival heralded by whispers on the solar winds. Earth, already on its knees, braced itself for a final apocalyptic showdown. Hope, however, came from an unexpected source. Deep within the Philippine jungles, hidden from the horrors engulfing the world, resided an ancient lineage of warriors and mystics, the Mangkukulam. For generations they had guarded the secrets of the earth, their power passed down through centuries of whispered knowledge and ancient rituals. Among them was wizard Zombalungot, the last of his kind. He alone possessed the knowledge to potentially defeat the Werpanot and repel the Shokoy invasion. Zombalungot, his eyes filled with a deep ancient wisdom, had foreseen the coming darkness. He had received a vision, a glimmer of hope in the encroaching darkness. His prophecy spoke of a chosen one, a being of pure heart and unwavering loyalty, who would embark on a perilous quest. This champion would gather 5 elemental stones, artifacts of immense power, scattered across the ravaged globe. Only then could the tide be turned against the Werpanot and the Shokoy menace repelled. The weight of the world, the fate of humanity itself, rested on this prophecy. And at the center of it all stood Lodi, a dog. Section 4. Petmalu's transformation genesis of a nightmare. The Werpanot plague, this gruesome infestation that had brought the Earth to its knees, could be traced back to a single fateful event, the tragic downfall of astronaut Petmalu. Once a celebrated hero, the first Filipino to set foot on Mars, Petmalu's story was now a cautionary tale, whispered in hushed tones by survivors huddled around dying fires. His mission to Mars had been a resounding success, a testament to human ingenuity and courage. But on his return journey, disaster struck. A solar flare, unforeseen and unprecedented in its intensity, crippled Petmalu's spacecraft, sending it hurtling off course and into the uncharted depths of space. He crash-landed back on Earth in the murky depths of the Philippine Sea. He survived the impact, but something was terribly wrong. The crash had awakened something ancient and evil, a dormant power lurking in the deepest trenches of the ocean. It seeped into Petmalu's wounds, twisting his flesh, corrupting his mind. He became the first Werpanot, a horrifying hybrid of human and monstrous fish, driven by an insatiable hunger for flesh. He stumbled ashore, a plague vector, spreading the curse with each bite, each drop of his tainted blood. And so began the 20-year nightmare, the slow, agonizing death throes of a once great civilization. Section 5. Echoes of Ancient Battles. Wizard Zombalungot, his brow creased with worry, knew that the Werpanot were not the first threat of their kind. He had spent years poring over ancient texts, deciphering faded scrolls and cryptic inscriptions. They told of a time long ago when beings of similar grotesqueness terrorized the land. They were called the Aswang, creatures of darkness and shadow, their forms shifting and fluid, their hunger insatiable. They preyed on the weak, their laughter echoing through the night, a harbinger of death and despair. But the Aswang were eventually defeated, driven back into the darkness from whence they came. The key to their defeat, Zombalungut discovered, lay in the courage of ancient warriors and the wisdom of shamans. They fought back with fire and steel, their blades imbued with the power of forgotten rituals, their spirits fortified by ancient incantations. These ancient battles held the key to defeating the Werpanot and repelling the Shokoy. Their tactics, their weapons, their unwavering spirit all offered a glimmer of hope in the face of overwhelming darkness. The past, Zombalungut realized, held the key to the future. Section 6. Lodi's quest, a race against time. Lodi, a scruffy, unassuming Aspin, was no ordinary dog. Chosen by fate, guided by instinct, he was Zombalungut's last hope. He possessed an unbreakable bond with the old wizard, a connection that transcended language and species. He understood the gravity of his mission, the urgency of his quest. The fate of Earth, the survival of humanity, rested on his furry shoulders. He had to find the 5 elemental stones, each a key to unlocking an ancient forgotten power. One by one he had to consume these stones, their essence merging with his own, granting him the strength and resilience to face the horrors that awaited him. Time was of the essence. The Shokoy's arrival drew nearer with each passing day, their warships casting an ominous shadow across the stars. The Werpanot, sensing the approaching invasion, grew bolder, their attacks more frequent, their hunger more desperate. Lodi, guided by Zombalungut's whispered instructions and his own innate sense of duty, embarked on his perilous journey. He raced against time, his paws carrying him across the ravaged landscape, his heart filled with a determination that belied his small stature. The fate of the world rested on his ability to consume all 5 stones before it was too late.